someone else who's rocking and rolling up here, and that's Gabriel. Thank you to Gabriel Hendricks from Signing Resources and Interpreters. And I also want to thank the law firm of Crichton and Rose for covering the costs of having Gabriel provide his services for every concert. It's wonderful. We are also providing some awareness and fundraising tonight for FAME, which is a great charity partner that I'd like to have you hear about. This is normal for me, I'm about to have a seizure in my arm, so ignore me as we hear from Jenny Sattler from FAME PDX. Jenny?
Hey, hi.
There you are, hi.
Hi, do I
Any mic.
Any mic I want, this is great. Hi everybody, I'm Jenny Stadler. I'm the Executive Director at FAME Academy, and I'm really thrilled to be here. I'm really grateful for all of you. The rain was coming down and there was no parking and you're all here, and thank you to all of you. Often when I talk about FAME, I ask everybody in the audience to take a second and think about the thing that they do in their life that makes them feel the most themselves, the most happy, joyful, connected to the universe, just empowered and exciting. And I now watching these performances, I'm like, I know what your thing is. What's your thing? Is obviously singing in a group. So, and I want all of you to think about that. What is the thing that makes you feel the most whole and the most joyful? So imagine if something about the way you were born or the way that you present to the world kept you from being able to do that. So FAME is an arts organization. We're 40 years old. We are for adults with developmental disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, Williams syndrome. We started 40 years ago in order to sort of fill a gap. There's a lot of arts education. It's better. Every decade it gets better. Every year it gets better. But a lot of folks are really missing out on high caliber arts education. So we run a school. We have 30 classes a term, only taught by professional working artists. I brought this up here, I'm going to be in the lobby, but you can see they're multidisciplinary classes. Podcasting, puppet making, choir. We have 4 performance ensembles, and we do one big show a year. You might have heard about us. We did a huge Talking Heads tribute concert at Revolution Hall in August. And one of our students got to sing for David Byrne a couple of weeks ago, doing Psycho Killer. So that's great. And then we're also a community. A lot of people with developmental disabilities live in isolation, and nobody likes isolation, and we've all been through that recently. So we try both to create a community within our school for people with disabilities to gather, but also we are working incredibly hard with arts organizations all around Portland to have them be more open to people with disabilities, and we're trying to create a more inclusive world. This is a truly wonderful, inclusive community up here. I'm really excited to hear more. If you can learn more about FAME during the intermission, I'll be in the lobby, and I want to thank all of you for supporting us. And great work. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Jenny. So the raffle tickets that are being sold today are for a 50-50 raffle, and we will do a drawing first a few songs into the second half of the show. Anybody who wants to buy raffle tickets, intermission, you have 15 minutes to buy as many raffle tickets as you like to support FAME. The winnings will be split into a jackpot for the winner, and the other half will go to FAME. So we're just excited to have them as a partner. Someday we hope that the group from FAME will be able to perform with us and maybe do a number. So, great organization. Please go find out more about it if you're interested. See Jenny in the lobby during intermission. All right, we're going to do a 2015 hit called 10,000 Emerald Pools by Garrett Borns. Garrett Borns grew up in Michigan, and his stage name is Burns. And it's the O with a line through it, like a Scandinavian fancy symbol. But he's just an American guy. But his song has been streamed over 100 million times on Spotify. Most of us, did you know this song at the beginning of the season? No, just a handful of people. Do you love it now? Yeah, that always happens at Rock Voices. There are songs, some people come into the season they've never heard of. Some people come into a season going, I hate that song. And then when we learn it and we work on it and get into building the harmonies of it, it turns into a favorite for the whole choir. So it's 10,000 Emerald Pools by Burns. amazing and powerful artist who died this year, with an amazing and powerful song that she made famous worldwide. Sinead O'Connor won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year in 1991 with this international #1 hit. She was an activist and a hero to many for the way she used her platform to challenge the beauty standards and expectations of women in the music industry and advocate for women's reproductive rights and sexual freedom. She also famously challenged the doctrine of the Catholic Church by tearing up a photo of the Pope on Saturday Night Live, and later became a Catholic priest in a dissident sect as an act of civil disobedience. Today we honor for her with our gospel-style rendition of Nothing Compares to You. The song was originally written by Prince, but it's the first song most people think of when they think of Sinead O'Connor. I like to think that she, and maybe also Prince, would enjoy hearing a good churchy gospel number that's actually her award-winning smash hit song. Our soloists are Shoshana Landsberg and Virginia Peterson. I'd like to invite one of our singers up to talk about her Rock Voices story. Meet Rory Ritson.
Hi, everybody. I am not afraid to speak to a group of people, but when Mark asked me to tell my story, I got a little nervous because it's pretty emotional. But I said with an emphatic yes, I will do it. I had some dread and anxiety, and it's been avoided all week, but I wrote it this morning. So, you know, just in true teacher form. Luckily, I feel surrounded by a bunch of people that I love, and I think they love me. So I began with Rock Voices in the spring of 2022, and I was living with my mom. I was working remotely from 11 at night till 5 in the morning, and I was 10 seconds from tears at all times. I pretty much hated the world. I'm sure your mind is going to a multitude of reasons why this may have happened and predicted what I'm going to share, but you may be surprised. In February 2022, I was living in Moscow, Russia, and I had been there for 6 years. It was my home, and I loved it. I was living a life I didn't even think I could have, as wonderful as it was. My family was here, I got to visit, but I'd been overseas for so long. Then the Ukraine-Russia conflict happened, and a week later, I was told by the embassy to leave as soon as possible. So I packed, I said goodbye to my students and all my colleagues and friends. I smuggled my cat out of Moscow, true story, got on a plane, and in 2 days, which are still a blur just as much as that time, I was back home with my family. My mom was very pleased. I was honestly barely hanging on. Life was continuing, and in April, I was told I shouldn't return to Moscow, and my life there was over in the blink of an eye. I had my cat and my 2 suitcases here, and my body here, but my home was in Moscow. I had been overseas for 15 years. And I had been in 4 different countries. Actually, one of the teachers I taught with in Moscow and Tanzania is actually here tonight. I saw her in the back, along with my family, walked in just in time. My closest and longest friend Jessica now jokes that the only thing that could have brought me back was war, and she's not wrong. So life moved forward. I was shocked, angry, all those emotions, and my mom came in one day. I was probably laying on the couch, you know, depressed, and she said, my friend Val is in a choir. We're singing the Beatles, and I'm too scared to join. I've always been too scared, but I said, Mom, let's do it. So we joined together. I walked in Rock Voices that first night, sat in the back, of course, it's where you sit if you're new. And in my broken state of being, Mark shared the story about his brain tumor. It felt like the entire world just melted away, and he was talking directly to me. And I was really good at silent sobbing at that time, so I just bawled my eyes out with my mom next to me and realized that this was going to be a transformative journey for me, which it has been. Starting the choir healed him, and it's also healed me. I don't really think I'll ever repair myself from this life fissure, but Rock Voices was definitely one of those variables. 20 months later, I'm a special ed teacher right here in this very school, which is pretty amazing. Actually, I think I might have some students in the audience, I'm not sure. But I'm also here to be present for my family. I can't imagine actually being anywhere else. That's not true, I can imagine being in Moscow, but as I say to my students, 2 seemingly opposing things can be true at once. So I wanted to share today so I can thank all of you guys for sharing in my journey, even though you don't know that you shared because I'm a pretty quiet person, but it's also because I'm still really fragile. So thank you for your love and kindness and all the joy and compassion. I'm saying a lot of ums and I don't usually. I can't really continue without thanking, though, Val, of course, who was the catalyst for this, and Mark, and my mom. So, I really wouldn't be doing as well as I'm doing now without Rap Voices. So, here's the time where I tell you you should join. So maybe you're just here because you want to see a loved one, or maybe you're a little choir curious. So, really, you might not consider yourself a singer. I don't either. I feel like an imposter every single day I'm up here. Some of you might also feel like imposters, but I don't even think about that because it's not about whether I can sing or not, and Mark will tell you that. Terry reminded us that we sing for ourselves and we perform for you, and that is so true. I went to see Beyonce's movie on Thursday, true story, opening night, and she shared, for all we've been through in the world, we want to be safe and have a community, and that is exactly what Rock Voices is. Beyonce also shared that she is thankful for music and its ability to heal, and truer words have never been spoken because that's what it's done for me. So thank you all. And join. Thank you.
I was just thinking that. I wish I knew how to silence sob because I was pretty close. Thanks again, Rory, for sharing. There are so many stories like that on these risers. People who have healed from just a myriad of different situations or illnesses or brokenness in their lives. And there's real power in singing together. There's physiologically, it's been proven in studies that the act of people singing and making harmony together creates an energy that is healing. And there's no question in our minds that that is true. We're going to do a huge 2010 hit song by Katy Perry called Firework. This song is streamed over 2 billion times on Spotify. And we're going to sing Firework with soloists Evie Pesmanzik and Kelly Knight.